Today is Michelleology, the Involution of Meditation. It is the beginning of a new hour. It is the beginning of an opportunity for the power of your existence, for the purpose of your living, for the joy of your being, for the expansion of your consciousness, and for the expectation of your present now. As you enter in this morning, begin to clear your mind of any and everything that you woke up with on your mind. In this time and space that we are experiencing, our mind is probably all over the place, thinking all kinds of things, creating all type of situations. When those things have not happened yet, we are going to have to stay in the now. We're going to have to live each day one moment at a time. How long this will last, as long as it needs to. What you have to do is focus and keep your mind stable. So as we begin to meditate for the day, as we begin to get our minds in alignment, as we begin to walk in the life force of God, we're going to explore the field. Exploring the field, first of all, you have to understand that the field that I'm talking about is the spiritual field that God has implanted in us. And one thing you have to know about the field is that the field provides a wide open space of opportunities to create and manifest. So your creation or your creative field is what God provides for you. There's an allotment of multiple things that you have for your access. Now, we can think of some normal things like prayer, like meditation, singing, causing yourself to just relax. But we're going to go a little deeper. Is there anything deeper than prayer? Is there anything deeper than meditation? You know, the deep things of God. And so we want to go in exploring the field of the unknown, the things that we don't know about or that we didn't know we had access to. And so as we move into that realm, this is the hour that we need to walk in that. This is the hour that we need to walk out of what we're familiar with into what we're unfamiliar with, because the unknown things and the unseen things are more powerful than the seen things. So as we're facing the days for an unseen virus that is causing a manifestation of multiple things, there is no way, if we really look into it, there's no way you can actually see the virus. You will see symptoms. You will hear about symptoms. Some of you may experience the symptoms, but you cannot see it. So when we explore the field of something greater than a virus, we explore the power of God. We explore the magnificent ways of God. So in the meditation, we kind of move into that. Every morning, we move into a space, a place, a field of expectations. We move into a place of greatness. We move into a place of peace. And so as you're exploring what has to be done according to what you believe or you know or you have wisdom on, there's still an open door for much more. So when I say exploring the field, that means opening your mind totally to the unknown, to the unfamiliar. And as you open your mind to that, you will not stabilize yourself on limited abilities or limited things that have been placed in your view. We're finding now in this field, and if you don't know it now, you will experience it, that as I've been saying to you, money has no value. So at this point, when you walk into a store for an item that you normally need and the item is not there, you walk into a field of unknown because you're walking out of the familiar into the unfamiliar. And this is when you have to begin to go into creative mode. Well, what are my options if something that I usually am exposed to has been lifted? Ooh. This is when the field begins to operate. This is when you begin to explore. And so as we're facing the days, money is definitely not going to have a value. When your income financially stops, what happens then? You're going to have to go in that field and explore. Because money never had a value. It just made you think it did. So you're going to see some things shift in your life that normally you said money was the answer to. Well, that won't be available. So you're going to have to be in the creative mode. I say all the time, we've been created by the Creator to be creative. And I've been motivating you to start creating your creations. Because now is the time that you have to move into that. Don't be afraid. There's a field that God has provided for all the people of God who go into the manifestation of what He's saying. That's why you have to be very quiet and still and hear what the Spirit is saying, because He's going to guide your footsteps. He's going to be a light unto your path. Don't worry about not having. Go out of the have-nots into the have field. Because the opportunities are great. In this hour, you're going to have to create. You're going to have to know. You're going to have to hear. And you're going to have wisdom. God has already provided you and equipped you in the field for such a time as this. This is not a time to panic. This is not a time to get paralyzed. This is not a time for you to go ballistic. You're going to see what people have a sound mind. You're going to see double-minded people in an uproar. This is a time for you to perceive a field that's unlimited, that's powerful, that is your provision. Jehovah Jireh. That's what you're going to have to see God as. My provider, your provider. This is going to be a time where you see the power of God at its fullest effect in your life. So you have to humble yourself under the mighty hand of God. You have to be fully present in the field. You have to be fully aware in the field. You have to be fully conscious in the field in order for you to manifest the opportunities that have been placed at your availability, at your access. So much power in the field. And wherever you go, wherever your feet step, you're walking on holy ground. You have a sacred power to manifest. You have a sacred power to remain healthy. You have a sacred power that the blood is covering your household, that nothing will come upon you that God has not prepared you in exploring your field. So as we begin to expand in our consciousness of what's it that is accessible in this time, there's something about this time that I'm excited about. Where everybody else is panicking, I'm experiencing the joy of the Lord and emotional stability that all these weeks of meditation that has provided for me. From September up until this point, I have not missed a day of meditation. And there are some of you that have taken the ride with me. Not one day. God was preparing us for this moment to explore our fields of options and opportunities. Where is your mind right now? It should be in the field that God has provided for you. You will guide your family, your children, your grandchildren, your spouses, even some of your friends into this space, into this place that you have explored and realized that God has stabilized you. I don't know if you're aware, but if any of you have been consistent, God has stabilized you and established your mind so you are well prepared for this moment. And you can say like Mary said when the angel came to her and told her that she would bear the Savior. Mary didn't understand it. Mary wasn't aware of it. But her words were, "Be it unto me." Well, this is Michelle, and I'm your motivator, motivating you to explore your field and know what tools, what talents that you're walking in for such a time as this. And remember, you've been created by the Creator to be creative. This is the time to start creating your creations and stop duplicating the fear that has been released into the atmosphere. Well, may the love, the power, the joy, and the sound mindedness of God, the exploration of your fields, be your food for today. Walk in it, talk in it, live in it, move in it, and have your being. Be blessed and know that you are bountifully moving in power.